I think we're all ready for the first of back-to-backs. We'll be with you again tomorrow night, same time, same channel. Midgard and McCants. Lopes. Bring it up. Blackshirt. Far side. Frayer. Back over near side. Blackshirt looks inside. No. Labor. Puts it on the floor. Then he dishes to Dixon. Top of the key. Back to Labor. Open look. Three. No.
I like that, though. They got a good quality look. I'd rather see them go inside, try to pound it in low the first possession, but a three-point shot for Labor, nobody on him. Take that all night.
Gilliard down to McCants. Guarded by Labor. Trying to back in. Now all the way over. Gilliard, three. Good.
Well, we know he can make the outside shot.
Yep.
He had a shot at the buzzer from about half court with 3.8 seconds left to go in the halftime. So his range is unlimited.
Frayer inside. Labor. Labor in the paint over to Midgard. Little floater up over the rim.
Oh, I love that. 14 feet of fun right there. Bigs working real well together. Block to block passing. I like Midgard on that right block, Labor on that left block. Those guys get it done.
Kai over to the far side. Finally, Gilliard picks it up. McCants over there to screen. Blackshirt Ray around it. Lakai. He looks for three. He hits it.
We're watching these guys warm up. Not any of their three-point shots were going in, and then they come out and hit their first two to start this ball game. 6-2 advantage.
Blackshirt looked left, right, but comes back to Midgard. Labor was all alone for a moment. Frayer goes right. Open look. Dixon. In and out.
Oh, halfway down and out. They're going to get Labor coming over the back trying to get that offensive rebound. You're right. Midgard got that ball. He was double-teamed. And it was Labor was open on the right block, similar to the play before, but because the double team was on him so tightly, he couldn't find the open guy. Really good Aggies defense to start this ball game.
They've stifled the Lopes previous meetings. Henry, near side, bounce pass, McCants, turns to the bucket. Labor with a hand and a body on him. Kick back over, we've seen the look. Henry put it on the floor. Rice, Gilliard, back over to McCants. McCants driving. Stop there, loses the ball. Turnover.
A wonderful defense. It was a shot clock violation, but I don't understand why they stopped the fast break. They had a little mini break going there where the ball was already been secured, and they were on their way down the floor when the referees stopped the action. It was a break for the Aggies to be able to get back now and reset their defense, which we already have said, #1 in the nation at 36%. They're very stingy.
Official warning the GCU bench. I think they agreed with your assessment. Frayer for three. In and out. Aggies with a hot hand beyond the arc. Gilliard far side now to McCants. Midgard on him. Near side. Henry all the way back over. Lakai puts it up again. Man, oh man.
Well, we can see right now, Lakai is looking to launch from long distance, and he's got Labor on him. And Labor can go out there and guard him. He's shown the ability to go out there and play on the perimeter. I just think that right now, they just don't have much of a stat report on some of these Aggies players, and they're taking advantage early. 3 3-pointers to start the game.
He's got 29% from the arc for the season from the arc, and 3 for 3 tonight.
Go figure, right? Rivalry games.
Yep.
And their first WAC game, and they're on the road playing a live arena. They're handling the pressure well. Just that outside shot, though, we can't.
Bring it up, Dixon. Stops, rolls in, big right. Oh, left hand off the window. How about that?
It almost looked like his hip went out on him. I don't know exactly what happened, but Goofy footed that one up off the glass. Left foot, left hand.
Gilliard left. Driving, back over. Long distance again. That one doesn't go for Lakai. Rebound those picked up by Clayton Henry.
Big concern by Bryce Drew was giving up those offensive rebounds and second chance points. Got to keep those Aggies off that glass. Limit them to one shot and let them be done with it. Oh, there's a steal.
Picked off by McCants. Off the glass.
Coach Drew wants that timeout. He needed that timeout. 13-4 disadvantage. Lopes not looking real good offensively and defensively. They're getting that work.
Time out on the floor. The Aggies behind 3 threes, lead it 13-4 early on.
Thank you, guys. Well, we knew coming into this game with very limited action for the Aggies so far due to the COVID era, it would be a game of what Coach Drew called a game of cat and mouse. And we're kind of seeing how that's playing out right now as the Lopes are trying to get a feel for this Aggie squad. Due to COVID, as mentioned, the Aggies have spent a lot of time actually here in Arizona. They're only 3-1 on the season. This is their first conference game. They've only played one game since December 28th. Only one opponent was a Division I opponent. Now they can practice in Las Cruces, but it's been a lot for this Aggies team to go through. But guys, that could have also helped them. They've spent a lot of time together, away from their family, friends, in close quarters. Not good for COVID. However, it could be good for chemistry.
Yeah, that is a long time away from home. I went on one of these trips around the world. I was gone for 30 days. That seemed like forever. I can imagine being gone for 2 months. Right now, the Lopes got to do a better job, though. They got to get higher quality shots inside, and they got to get on the glass. They're getting beat on the glass 5-1 right now. Every one of those Aggies players has a rebound.
The start looks like the Aggies have spent 3 weeks preparing for this matchup. Loose ball on the errant three-point attempt by Blackshear.
Yeah, McLaughlin almost got that offensive rebound. He's my X factor in this basketball game. That energy off the bench and those offensive boards that he can get those extra possessions.
Henry playing catch with Gilliard. He throws up the three. Looks short from the rim. Rebound. Midgard able to climb above the other.
Yeah, gave the Aggies a different look that time. They went to a zone defense out of that timeout. Confused them. They got the outside shot, but they've kind of gone cold. They've missed a couple of those outside shots. So hopefully Lopes can take advantage now and try to get something inside here.
Gabe McLaughlin, Chance McMillan in the game. Along with Sean Miller-Moore, top of the key, kick back out Blackshear. He drives into the paint, floater, off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Donnie Tillman.
Tillman's been a beast on those boards, averaging 9.7 rebounds per game, and lead the team in scoring. He loses his starting job to a couple guys coming back from injury. This is a solid squad. He's averaging 15 points a game, by the way.
Oh, yeah, by the way. C.J. Roberts.
There's that zone defense, again, kind of a 1-3 matchup zone defense.
Off the mark, into the hands of McMillan. He brings it up.
Got to take advantage of some of these misses by the Aggies.
In the corners, driving. Sean Miller-Moore, kick back out. Gabe McLaughlin, left-handed in.
Extra pass, very unselfish. Senior gives it over to McLaughlin. Always headed to the basket. Anytime the ball gets in that painted area, that's where he's supposed to go. He lives around that rim.
Roberts to Gilliard, over to Lakai.
This zone's looking a lot better than it was the first time we saw it a few games back. Players understand their responsibilities. They're keeping their hands up and active in the passing lanes, making it real tough on this Aggies offense.
Way off the ball.
Yeah, that's another shot clock violation. So give the Lopes credit there defensively. This one more time here. Some little pressure, get that ball down around that free throw line, and then so smart there by the Pac-12 experience there. Gets it over to McLaughlin, he flips it in the basket. So gotta get back-to-back buckets inside, which once was a 13-4 disadvantage. All of a sudden now you cut it down to 5 and be very manageable from there.
Jason King checks in for the Aggies. Sean Miller-Moore, eyed by King. These are for Blackshear.
Midgard had a guy right on his back end throwing the ball.
Chance McMillan.
Wow, you got Chance McMillan. He's going to get some more opportunities in this game. A little freshman stepping up big in a rivalry game. Love to see that. Get out there at the point of attack defensively. He's got some moxie.
Wicked pass down low.
Travel. Oh, they called it.
Yep.
Here goes Bryce Tripp. Got all up in the referee's shirt there. He couldn't make the call, but nice job by Midgard. What a pass. But Midgard recovered quickly, cut off the baseline, forced the extra step.
Chance fired up.
Seems like the Lopes are settling down now, both offensively and defensively.
Miller. There by Rice. Trying to peel away. Step back out. McLaughlin quickly to Blackshear. Up top of the key. Over to McLaughlin. He hands it back over. Down low. Midgard. Got it to McMillan, or McLaughlin rather.
That was a good low to high pass.
Yep.
McLaughlin going down that lane once again, but it just got a shot block.
McCants, he'll throw up the three. Off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Rice, but he got a hand in the face.
Yeah, I think it was Midgard kind of trying to get back out of position. That ball, long shot, produced a long rebound. Was back over, and Midgard trying to recover. Back doesn't really see the Aggies player back there, and just one of those accidental contact, and got the whistle. Midgard's going to have to come out. Is that Midgard's second? No, I guess it was Labor that got one early. Labor back in there. Gofflin, McMillan, Oscar Ferreira. I like that lineup. Mikey Dixon giving Blackshear a little rest.
Maybe McMillan on the court.
I don't see Blackshear come out very often. I mean, that's the confidence that Bryce Drew has in Chance McMillan.
King in the corner, McCants. McLaughlin's on him. Tried to drive baseline, stopped.
They double dribbled.
Lost the handle. Out of bounds. This is getting a little bit more disruptive.
Shoot it into the back of the backboard, into the stanchion? Is that what happened? Or did it get...
No, I think it got knocked. It came down and on the end line.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I thought there was 4 seconds left on the shot clock. I wasn't sure, quite sure what happened. Now, and then here's another chance now to cut this thing to 5.
And Dixon trying to get away from Roberts. Finally does. Dixon puts it home. 6-0 run.
I'm sorry, Barry. Mike Dixon is really looking to drive that ball below the free throw line. He has found something that's working for him out there on the road, and he's bringing it back home and using it to his advantage.
Aggies scoring drought over 4 minutes. Up high, Labor got a hand on it. So the lead is now just 3 for the Aggies after the Lopes have opened up a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes. How about this number, Scott, in the paint? 8-4, the Lopes over the Aggies here early on. Those three threes they hit beyond the arc definitely were huge buckets early on here, but the Lopes are doing some damage in the paint.
Yeah, no, that's the difference in the game. Those extra 3 points from those 3-point shots, but you're right. That's where the Lopes got to live. They got to keep driving that ball. It doesn't always have to be Midgard, Labor, and McLaughlin. It can be, Chance McMillan or Mikey Dixon or Blackshear Jr. driving that ball down that painted area there, getting those good looks, maybe even drawing some fouls, getting to the free throw line.
Yeah, the Aggies started 3 for 3 beyond the arc. Since then, 0 for 6.
Well, I talked about how good this Aggies defense is. Well, the GCU defense is a top 10 defense in the nation as well. They've come out in this little matchup zone defense and it's really thrown the Aggies off their game.
Henry 0 for 7 now beyond the arc of the Aggies. McMillan takes it from Frayer. Far side.
Oh, Walk got away with that one.
Careful. Oh, lost the handle. Behind the back, brings it up, Tillman. Fouled there by Dixon.
Actually a good foul because Tillman's getting ready to go in there and jam that one. But yeah, that offensive possession there, that little exchange between McMillan and Labor just looked awkward right from the very beginning. It looked like Chance McMillan had walked, and then the the handoff was not executed well. And you've got to have precision against this Aggies. They are long, they are athletic, and they are cat quick. Any loose ball opportunity, they jump on it. You know how they say those 50-50 balls? It's 60-40. You're playing against the Aggies.
Yeah. So Chance McMillan's going to take a seat. Javon Blackshear back in the game. Midgard also in for McLaughlin. How did they thread the needle there?
How did they get that ball through there? That is tremendous. Give that coaching staff, was it Coach Jans? Give that man a lot of credit. That was one of the best well-executed baseline out of bounds plays I've seen in a long time. Just slipped it right in there to Tillman.
Back everywhere. Chance. Motioning for Gilliard to come out.
Yeah, that's a floor general right there. He wants that ball in his hands. He's like, we haven't scored in a while. We don't get something good here.
Gilliard trying to take it all the way. Back in. McCants battling. Left hand doesn't go.
I think they got a late whistle, but the correct call. McCants got hammered. I can't remember. I don't know if it was Midgard or... Yep. Yeah, Midgard looked like he got him down. That's going to be Midgard's second. Can't have that big guy get a third. He's got to go spend some time on the pine. but it was almost like Gilliard just threw that ball high up off the backboard intentionally, so his two white jerseys on the other side can go just play bully ball and go up on there and just go get that basketball. You see the number for McCants, 11.5 points per game, 8.3 rebounds per game. That one rattled that one in. It's a long scoring drought there for New Mexico State. They must have got at least 5 minutes there without getting a field goal or a free throw. That's a man's beard right there.
That's a strong effort.
We had a little 2-week break, and I kind of let my growth go out there. It wouldn't look like it's like razor stubble. How do these guys, especially these college kids, get these full-on, Grady Sanford-style beards? Uh-oh.
Reach in there. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you though, Gilliard, even on that rebound, the Lopes flat-footed. I mean, Gilliard came in, poked it away. It did go out of bounds, but Lopes got to start playing on their toes. The Aggies are relentless.
Kind of the tough thing, you had those back-to-back games, Friday, Saturday at Dixie State, and it's been a long time since they've been back on the floor. I mean, a long layoff between games. You didn't normally have that. You have a Thursday and then a Saturday, and you come back and you play another game maybe on a Wednesday or a Thursday again. Having these extra long layoffs between games, having to get these back-to-backs, the team came out a little rusty.
Blackshirt goes right. Dixon puts it down. Back on the Blackshirt. Tried to go inside, but read there perfectly by Johnny McCants.
Yeah, McCants just worked to the outside, Laver's body, and poked that one away.
Freyer, Blackshirt, Laver don't have a point yet. In the corner, Rice off the mark. Loose ball. Picked up by, Blackshirt.
That Tillman comes right over Blackshirt. Thank goodness. Kind of low bridged him, but Tillman being so athletic, he was able to get his hands down, not falling on his shoulder or his neck. Just the second team foul on New Mexico State. 10 minutes left to go. The Lopes will have to take it side out of bounds.
In the ballgame for the Aggies, number 22,
inbound right in front of the bench. The plus 12.2 rebounding margin, leading the nation.
Yeah, that's
rebounded every opponent.
Yeah, and that's going to be the big one tonight. And that'll be a key tonight. If they don't win that rebounding battle tonight, they don't know if they'll win it.
Mikey Dixon!
Mikey Dixon's having himself a basketball game. That's what you need. You need that senior leadership stepping up in big moments. It's got a 1-point disadvantage. Lopes have clawed themselves back into this from a 9-point disadvantage. Aaron pass. I don't know who he was throwing that.
I think he was trying to find McCants. Freyer. Lopes trying to take the lead. Midgard, he lost their handle.
Ball bounced out of bounds. They didn't see Midgard lose too many of those. He's got really good hands. Laver put a little extra air under that ball, and Midgard just couldn't get it into his mitts. Like, he had it on his fingertips. He just couldn't get it into the palm of his hands. Slipped out, and Lopes will have to regroup. This zone defense has been working for him. I like them staying in his zone defense. First of all, maybe he'll protect some of the guys from getting some extra personal fouls. They picked up a couple early, and we want to avoid Midgard getting another one.
Gilliard, bounce pass quickly. From Henry into McCants, back out to Gilliard. Back to McCants. He put it up. Tried to. Freyer got a hand on it.
Yeah, Freyer came back out of position there. It was a beautiful dish by Gilliard. He drops it off beautifully, draws the big guy, and only thing that Freyer could do was foul to prevent that two-hand stuff.
Back to the line for Johnny McCants.
McCants thought he had himself an easy two. He's like, I don't want to go back to the line and try to make two the hard way. He went 1 for 1 last time. Gets this one, front end of this one go down.
McLaughlin in for Midgard. Sean Miller-Moore's checking in for Freyer.
He's got kind of that Patrick Mahomes hairstyle now.
He's a high fade or whatever.
Yeah, he's got it really tight on the sides there. Must be thinking he's going to get the State Farm discount or something.
Can's perfect. 3-point lead. Hilliard really active.
It's full court press now after the made free throw. These Aggies, they're a tough bunch. Coach Chance asking for any quarters, giving none.
Lecture, Sean Miller Moore. They play catch. Down in the corner, Dixon. Oh, he hesitated. Does he hit it? No.
No, but we got to put a foul underneath. A little too aggressive there, I think. Yeah, I think it was Henry down there trying to battle with Laver. Giving up a lot of pounds, a lot of inches. He said, no way. We're going to have to take this one out on the baseline.
Jan's working the officials over there.
Oh, he'll be coming through. He'll be sweating through that polo by the end of the night for sure.
Into Laver, left hand off the window.
Well, give credit to Coach Drew and his baseline out of bound preparation. That was great execution. Got himself a high-quality bucket.
Near side, Rice, kick back to Gilliard. Gilliard to Henry, looking inside, McCants. Back out, Jabari Royce, in and out. But underneath, McCants off the window.
Got to put a body on McCants. He's starting to go to work in there. You get a couple buckets from the free throw line, and now all of a sudden you start tasting that offense. You want to get some more of that. He just goes and cleans it up off the glass.
Laver for three.
Oh, all knotted up at 18. Laver's back-to-back hoops, once inside with the left, and he steps out behind that arc and knocks down the triple.
We're tied up, under 8 to go, opening half. Racing a 9-point deficit. McCants looks for three. Big equalizer coming back after the three by Laver.
It's hot. Well, I was going to say, if he hits that, I'll eat my stat sheet. I'm glad I didn't say that because this kid right now has got it dialed in. Inside, dunks, slams, free throw, three-point shots. Have himself a basketball game. And he's battling down there on the block.
Laver muscling underneath.
Travels. Just pulled the chair out from underneath him. Laver lost his balance and commits the turnover.
Timeout on the floor, 7:22 to go. 21-18, the big three by McCants puts the Aggies back up by 3. But Mikey Dixon has countered with a big 3. He's got 7 points early on in this game here at GCU Arena.
Choose your weapon. We had the big ad campaign with Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. That was the hot shoe back in the day, man. That was before Air Jordans.
Rice. Sean Miller Moore got a hand on it. No bucket.
On the drive, I think that's going to be the 5th, maybe the 6th team foul. So Aggies will be in the bonus for the next 7-10, while they have only committed 3 team fouls. So the Loop's got to do a good job of trying to return the favor on those Aggies and start making them commit some fouls as well.
Back to Rice, Gilliard in the corner, looking for 3. In and out, pulled down by Sean Miller Moore, leaves it for Blackshirt.
Let's see a number of balls on both sides go deep into that rim and come back out.
Oh, here we go. Chance McMillan with that extra step.
Son, you got to be tighter with the basketball. That's a couple turnovers now here in the first half.
Can't do it.
You can't do that in big games against a tough opponent like this. I know you want to be aggressive, but ball security is most important.
Under 7 to go, opening half. Lead remains 3 for the Aggies. McCann, near side, King, bounce pass.
Gabe McLaughlin, 2 in the back. Going to send him to the free throw line.
Making some unforced errors here.
Yeah, that's especially tough coming out of that timeout. You know, you talk about what you want to do. You want to go out and execute. You turn the ball over and you commit 2 fouls. And now you're sitting to the free throw line, which is when you were narrowing that, deficit. Had got it tied at 18. Now they're going. They knocked down 3. McCants knocks down a 3. Now he goes back to the line for a couple more free throws.
3 of 4 from the line. This opening half, McCants. Come on. Weaver. Sean Miller Moore. McMillan. McLaughlin. Drive. Called on McLaughlin.
How was that a late call? I wasn't quite sure which way that one was going to go. It seemed as though the official wasn't 100% sure either. Coach Drew can't believe it. Like, my goodness, he barely touched him. Almost like one of those ones where you just go, okay, you wish the official would say, you know what, I blew it. It's not a charge. It's not a block. We're going to take it side out of bounds. But they never do that. They never want to own up to the fact that they just shouldn't have blown their whistle. They were like, okay, you know what I'd rather do is just call it this way, and then the next time I'll make up for it. I should have been an official. I'd have been a great official. Players would have loved me.
You'd be teeing people up left and right.
That I would, especially the coaches.
The guy.
See, there it is. There's your makeup call. Charge without the basketball. It evens out.
Coat came off after that last call.
Did you see that? He shed that coat. I bet he probably wishes he had a polo on, not that tie around his neck either. He's like, oh, I can't yell at this tie as loud as I want to.
Labor leads for Sean Miller-Moore. The look for McMillan. Bam! Tied up.
I'll tell you what. That's the same kid that had them turnovers. Came back and knocks down the three. This guy
starting to forget about those turnovers.
Yeah, he reminds me of Dwayne Russell. Even Dwayne Russell had that same sort of attitude. If I make a mistake, I'm going to make up for it. Yep. That's exactly what he just did. Tied at 21.
Roberts, Hilliard, lined by Blackshirt. Driving towards the baseline. Step back. Short. Rebound.
Over the back. I got Tillman coming over the back there on McLaughlin.
Second on Tillman.
Look at this one more time. That's why I'm talking about. Get yourself back out there. Get yourself on balance. Eyes out the front of that rim and stroke it. Just a back there. Never shoot from the front.
Number 24, William McNair.
Lopes from the arc. They started stone cold 0 for 4. Since then, 3 for 3.
Yeah, the Aggies against this zone defense that the Lopes have put on them, they're not doing a very good job. They're just 2 for their last 12 field goal against that zone defense. The Lopes really have been effective switching up the defensive looks.
Careful. McMillan, short, pulled down. McNair in the game for the Aggies. Their big body. Gilliard. Bounce pass. McNair. Laughing on him. McNair trying to muscle his way.
And too many kilos. It was like a Mack truck against a Volvo that time. Put that big left shoulder on him, just pushed him right up underneath the rim. Easy right hand hook.
6'10", 265. Long distance. Labor!
Lead change. Lopes with the first lead of the game. I'll tell you what, that was great. Swung the ball from one side back to the middle, and Labor, who's already stroked the three, nobody's out on him. One of the best big three-point shooters the WAC has ever seen.
King. Kick back out. Lakai. Back to King. Gilliard comes over. Gilliard drives. Step back. Moves left. Switched up. McMillan on it. Driving. Trying to. Doesn't go. Underneath. Lakai. Wow.
They're just crushing him on that offensive glass right now. Driving that ball down there below the free throw line. The bigs have to come over and help. Now there's nobody to put a body on him. And he get the offensive board and the foul. But I love that one right there. Just get it down there low. Was that Blackshirt? Right back to his big guy. Knocks it down.
4:16 on the clock, opening half. Labor in the game. 8 points now after he started slow. Hopefully he's starting to ignite. Lakai at the line.
Yeah, we wondered if the Aggies would have some rust. They hadn't played a whole lot. They had a game on Monday against that little D2 team, but they hadn't really played a Division I opponent in nearly a month. We thought they'd have some rust, but it was really, they came out on fire, knocking down all those threes. Then kind of went into a lull once the Lopes switched the D on them, but it was the Lopes that showed some rust, having not played in a week.
That one doesn't go. Yeah, a little sneak attack. Rice and Henry wearing those boots. Approaching 4 minutes to go, opening half. Frayer back in the game, Dixon in the game. Laver has the last 8 points. That one drops from Mikey Dixon.
Mikey Dixon's feeling it in his first half. Great screen out there on the left side of the floor. Allows Dixon to come back to the middle with his right hand, which is what he prefers. Floats one over the top of the defense.
Dixon with 9. Turnover, out of bounds. Lopes up by 2. So glad you're tuning in. The first of 2. The Lopes and the Aggies. Look forward to that. Coming up. 3:40 on the clock. Black shirt.
This is where the Lopes have been good all season long, taking the last 4 minutes and taking the momentum to the locker room.
Oh, Black shirt!
Black shirt Jr., nice job right there. Fake going off the screen, came back away from it, lost the defender, and knocked down the outside shot.
4-point Lopes lead.
He's been really good his last 3 basketball games.
Kick back out. Gilliard. Takes it back from Roberts. Gilliard. It's 5 on the shot clock. He's going to have to make a move in the corner. Driving baseline. Oh! Drops it in right at the buzzer.
Yeah,
C.J. Roberts.
Lopes did mix up defensively. They had in that zone and came back with a man-to-man. It took the Aggies about all 30 seconds to figure out how to attack it and finally got a bucket inside.
Freyer from the corner. Ba-bam!
Oh, Oscar Freyer. Another big player stepping up in a big-time game. He said he needed to be an all-around player tonight. Can't just be a defender. Got to get some offense out of him, and he loves that corner pocket. 3-point shot.
5 for the last 5 beyond the arc of the Lopes.
They were down 9. Now they've taken a 5-point advantage. They got the momentum firmly on that GCU Lopes bench.
Gilliard looking for room. Stopped by Laver. Loose ball, but Lakai picks it up.
Right place, right time. Ball finds energy. That time Lakai was just barreling his way down to the basket. Ball came right to him, and he knew what to do with it.
Good read by Lakai.
That would have been a huge stop for the Lopes right there. That would have put a lot of pressure on the shirts, white shirts.
Laver backing in, turn, right hand. Crawls up over the rim.
It did crawl. That's the perfect word for it because he shot it a little flat and was almost like the ball said, I'll just do a little pull-up over here, get over the front of the rim. He's got 10 points now on 4 of 6 shooting after a cold start.
Far side, Lakai looking for 3, off the mark.
Oh, he hit a couple from that right side early in his game. That one looked good the whole way from our vantage point up here.
Blackshirt, Dixon, inside, McLaughlin turns, pops. Good! Gabe McLaughlin!
Oh my goodness, Gabe McLaughlin. I always say he should never shoot the ball from the outside. He's so good when he's got such live legs going to the basket. That little 14-foot jumper on the baseline found its way down.
Timeout, New Mexico State. Lopes 6 for their last 6. 65% tonight. Shooting.
Yeah, that's been their theme. I mean, they've been doing a great job finishing off the half. But how about Alexander Laver? He's been really good here the second half of this first half. I love that one right there. Just love that little inbound play on the baseline there. And then the pick and the pop behind the 3-point line. Biggs can't get out there and close out on him again one more time. From behind the arc, gets it from his buddy Blackshirt Jr. in Kansas. Then he had that little one where he had the left shoulder turn, as you said, crawled up over the front of the rim. And that thing went down as well. So 7-point advantage now for the Lopes. Really have taken the momentum from New Mexico State to start this ball game. And that 1-3 matchup zone defense, you credit that. And also credit the Lopes at getting better looks. Taking care of the basketball, getting better looks at the hoop, and now they're starting to drop for them.
1:15 to go, opening half. The Lopes going to open it up, or the Aggies going to come back and tighten things up.
Went back to a man defense. Let's see what Coach Jans drew up against the man defense, trying to look to get the cans on a little pick and roll here, pick and pop.
Out there for Roberts. Roberts looking to drive. Little floater off the glass. C.J. Roberts looking sharp.
That was impressive. Because it didn't look like he had a very good angle to push that one up off the window, and somehow he threw it a little extra high, a little softer, and it found its way back down through the bottom of the rim.
Lavers inside the arc. Good! Alessandro Lever.
Oh, he's on his fish grease right now. He is really dialed in and knocking down these shots. Aggies don't have a guy out there that can stop him. Trying to play for the last shot of this half. There's about a 3-second differential shot clock and game clock.
Be careful, Blackshirt.
Remember he picked up somebody? Yeah, in Arizona State.
Yeah.
Did that. Looking back at the coach, got his pocket picked.
Gilliard, C.J. Roberts, look out. He's looked sharp in the last charge on C.J. Roberts.
Yeah, McLaughlin, not afraid to give up his body for his teammates. Stepped right in that driving lane. Finally got C.J. Roberts a little out of control. Just 4.5 seconds to shoot. There he is, yeah. A little payback for when McLaughlin got whistled for that offensive foul. He really didn't charge into anybody. So, like I said, these officials figured out how to figure it, even it out.
Frayer puts up the long-range shot off the mark at the buzzer, but the Lopes close it out at the half, leading by 7 after trailing by 9.
Yeah, nice turnaround for the Lopes offensively. Got their offense going, picked it up a little bit on the defense. That 1-3 zone really frustrated the Aggies. They weren't able to find the mark from the outside.
Big turnaround after the Aggies came out on fire. So the Lopes up by 7. We will be back, Kate Longworth, with our halftime festivities after we step aside. Do not go anywhere in this huge Western Athletic Conference matchup between the Lopes and the Aggies. Great to see that. We'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, he was about 290, I think, behind Braun for the Division I record for most points scored coming into this one tonight. So he keeps filling it up like this. He might catch it by the end of the season.
Great Bayard Forrest as well on the top. So here we go. Buckle up. Henry to inbound at center court. We are underway.
Lopes look like they've gone back to their man-to-man defense to start this second half action.
Henry, McCants, turns, Lever in his face. Kick back out. Gilliard quickly back to McCants. Bounce pass inside. Jabari Rice with a move. And a foul.
That was a next level move right there. He caught that ball, spun so fast. I'm not sure. I think he left Mikey Dixon wondering which way he went, and Mikey Dixon had to foul him, but didn't foul him hard enough. That concentration after the contact, and he finished it. A little English off the reverse spin move there, and that was a thing of beauty.
Rice at the line. 5 of 6 early on. This is his 3rd game this season.
You know, one thing I noticed in that first half, looking at those stats, Lopes did not get to the free throw line in the first half at home. Wow. So they got to do a better job of pounding that ball inside, putting that pressure on the Aggies with those drives like Mikey Dixon had. Maybe Chance McMillan can be a force in there as well. Oh, Frayer lost it.
Yep. Very active. Quickly up to Jabari Rice. Off foul travel.
Yeah, he set it down. He kind of had his back to the basket as he was receiving the pass and couldn't get his body and his feet to work together, and took an extra step. Blackshirt Jr., what job he did in that first half as well. 6 assists. For his career high about a year ago is 10. So something to watch as he's closing in on that mark.
Blackshirt. Lever. Tied by Lakai. Kick back out. Frayer quickly. Blackshirt puts it on the floor. Foul there by Gilliard.
Yeah, he had to grab Blackshirt Jr. just so quick. Catches that ball in rotation, no hesitation whatsoever. And Gilliard just had to grab him to prevent the easy trip to the basket. They got to get something from Midgard down low.
Yep.
He's got a guy on his back, and they're just a little too timid to throw him the ball.
Just 2 points. Stopping it, popping. Dixon.
when you're hot, you're hot. Double figures now in scoring. Now he's got 11 little corner jump shot. He's been working all sides of the floor.
Hilliard down inside to Henry.
Frere got caught ball watching. Just a simple backdoor cut.
Yep.
That little lefty point guard so adept at passing that ball. He just threw it right by Dixon's ear hole to the cutting defender, or cutting offensive player there, and he couldn't do anything but foul him at the basket. So back-to-back trips to the free throw line for the Aggies.
First trip to the line for Henry, in and out. 5 for 5 coming in after 2 starts.
In the ballgame for the Aggies, number 2, Tillman.
Tillman checks back in for LeCon.
That's great. You bring your number 1 scorer off the bench.
Just underway, second half. Lopes up by 5. Blacksher. By Gilliard. Laver back to Midgard. Blacksher puts it on the floor. Backs up. Guarded heavily by McCants down low.
Good job of fronting McCants.
Around to Laver. Laver, left hand, short. Stifling D by the Aggie.
It was good defense. I thought Laver just faded a little too far on that jump hook. Instead of being that right shoulder into the defender, he kind of stepped away from the basket, and that's why he came up short.
You're right, man. They got to free up Midgard. Corey Rice back to McCants, looking for 3. Off the rim. Rebound, Frere.
Nice job, gang rebound. A lot of black shirts down there on that glass.
Near side, Frere puts up for 3. Bam!
Oh, Oscar Frere, 2 3-point shots in this game, and that was a big one right there. He played good defense, got the board, got the quick outlet, then he ran down the floor. He sprinted down that left side, got to his favorite spot for the 3. Yeah, 2 for 4 from behind the arc.
Gilliard and Blacksher.
You got to leave it all on the floor. This is a big game right here. Look at Mikey Dixon diving for the basketball between Moosehead. Gilliard's legs just went right after the ball. There's one more time by Frere. No hesitation whatsoever. Yeah, they had a big game against ASU earlier this year, and he absolutely just did not live up to what he's capable of doing, and he's determined not to have a repeat performance of that in a big basketball game here on his home floor again.
Tillman to Henry, puts it on the floor, driving, nice inside move, doesn't go, but the rebound, oh, that doesn't go. Midgard.
Well, McCants can't believe he missed it.
I can't believe it.
Did his work so early, got on that weak side board, and then just rushed his shot. With Midgard there, maybe he took a
step back, short. Pulled down by Tillman.
Yeah, Dixon there with a little heat check.
Dixon active. Rice, Frere's on him. Moves around him.
Boy, Rice just so tough. Just
came up.
Yeah, Frere can't get a handle on this kid. He's either backdoored him to death or he's showed him that ball with a little pump fake and go and buy him. But another opportunity for Rice to go to the line, shoot some free throws. I won't be surprised that coming out of this, I'm sorry, Barry, either out of these free throws or next time out, maybe the Lopes might go back to that zone defense, give them a different look.
Well, McLaughlin was going over the scorer's table, but
you get yanked back. I always hated that. It's out there, the coach gets that big hook and says, no, get back over here, son. Not your time just yet.
Because Frere's got 3.
In the ballgame for the Aggies,
going small with McMillan.
For Dixon.
For the Lopes, number 2, Chance McMillan.
Yeah, Dixon's been working hard out there. You know, sometimes you get a couple offensive shots, you get a little extra adrenaline pump, but then it wears you out as well. Maybe a quick blow and getting right back in there again. He's too valuable in this game to be sitting on that pine for too long.
Check that. That was on Midgard. He's got 3. Talk about cat and mouse. Coach Drew talked about. Between the two coaches. Miller, far side, back to Blackshear. Directing traffic. Midgard up high.
Yeah, I like that Horns high set.
Foul.
Blackshear gets tripped, but that Horns high set, they'll roll Midgard and pop Laver, try to go high-low, or then Laver's got the three.
Gilliard called for the foul. Lopes up 42-36. We'll be right back.
And then we'll keep bringing you the action right here on Fox 10 Extra.
55-inch TV. Download that Vote Nation app. Down to Blackshear, down low. Swarmed there by the Aggies. Kick back out, Laver. Over to Midgard, up over the top. Back Blackshear, looks for three. Big rebound. Henry's there. He's fouled by Laver.
Wow. A little bit of a ticky-tack foul there. I think he felt the contact. They took a dive. The officials bought what he was selling. Coach Bryce Drew doesn't really think that was much contact either. You get kind of tangled up there. And yes, I mean, there's some contact. No doubt about it.
Play by Henry. Nice. Quick ball movement. Gilliard. McCants.
I hate when they let him dribble after that. He lost the ball, he picked it up. Not supposed to be able to dribble. He didn't hurt the Lopes that time as Midgard grabs another board. He's been so good on that glass. Almost 10 a game in the WAC play.
They've been able to feed him for points.
Yeah, they're doing a good job fronting him down there. They're just really working him down there. There's a turnover trying to force one into him.
That time McNair picked it off. Tried to get it down to Midgard. Gilliard. Nice. McCants. McLaughlin's making his way over to the scorer's table. Gilliard looks left.
They need somebody to get on that glass, get some second chance points, maybe run the floor, get some transition buckets. They're just not really getting anything easy here in this half.
In and out on the three. Aggies stone cold from the arc after they hit their first three.
The littlest guy on the floor went down and got on the glass. Everybody pitching in tonight.
Blackshear driving into the paint. Kick back out. Laver for three. No. Big rebound. Freer came up with it and he's fouled by McCants.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow, did he get
on
up
some
high.
offensive glass right there. Freer knife between the right side of the lane here, then just skies for that ball. McCants didn't see him coming. He had parachuted down from the rafters. McCants had no idea he was going to be even in the vicinity and picked up that foul. Is McCants coming out?
Yeah. Midgard went out for McLaughlin. Laver drives. Stopping. That's short. A little hesitation.
After a big first half, now Laver has cooled some here in the second, but the entire Lopes team has cooled here in the second half.
Took a little while in the opening half for Laver to get started. Started much the same here in the second. Number 14, early on. And pass by Tillman.
Yeah, that's a little rust there, I think, by the Aggies. They got the ball where they wanted, just a little too much heat on that pass, and the distance was so short. It was hard to catch things coming at you that quick from such a short distance away.
Sean Miller Moore checks in for Freyer. Blackshear drive. Charge on Javon Blackshear Jr.
Offensive foul on number 10, Javon Blackshear Jr.
I missed that one. I saw a good screen up top, and then Blackshear just kind of coming down this lane. You tell me where the charge is.
Wow.
Defender's never set, doesn't lower his shoulder, doesn't hit him with a forearm. I don't agree with this one. You tell me where the foul is here. Maybe that left arm came out away from his body somewhat, but certainly didn't come up to his shoulder level. So tough one there, tough break for the Lopes when they're struggling to get a bucket.
Short on the three attempt, trying to get the rebound. Lots of hands up in the air. Quickly up, Laver to Dixon. Dixon.
I was going to say, you're not going to shoot that one 1-on-3 when the Lopes have gone cold. Then to get some buckets, maybe.
Sean Miller Moore, kick back out.
Okay, too many whistles.
Yeah, let them
You know,
play.
I don't.
Both
I like
sides,
the.
right?
I like. Yeah, I'm not saying it's one side or the other. It's just the game was so flowing in the first half. And now the officials have boxed themselves into a corner, calling some of these ticky-tack fouls. And that's the last thing you want in a big game like this. Let the players play, and it'll all work itself out towards the end of the game.
Into Laver. Turns. Big right hand. Oh, rings out. Loose ball. Air tried to grab it. Looks
16 foul here, 13 minutes to go for GCU. New Mexico State, they got 14 fouls. Nobody wants to watch this game with these teams playing from the free throw line.
No.
They want them, you know, getting into the bonus here with 13 minutes to go. And I'm not saying that they're not fouls, but I'm just saying that they were the same calls, the same contact in the first half that weren't fouls. And then players got used to playing that way, and now you've mixed it up on them.
Here we go. Laver and Midgard. Laver was called for that. They each have 3 fouls.
He's going to the line to shoot the 1-and-1, and they'll be shooting free throws the rest of this half. Lopes won't be far behind them getting themselves to the line either.
Gilliard at the line. His first trip there. Off the mark. Both McLaughlin and Sean Miller Moore run into each other.
Yeah. Shot clock was not reset correctly. It was reset to 30 seconds instead of 20 seconds after the missed free throw, and the officials were jumped right on top of it, very aware that that was the case. So 4 seconds had come off the shot clock, game clock, so they reset that to 16 now instead of it being at 26.
Under 13, second half.
Yeah, Lopes has gone back to that zone defense. I think we're getting busted up on that man-to-man too much.
Gilliard left alone for 3. That doesn't ring true for the Aggies, but Tillman with the rebound. Back to Rice with another attempt. That doesn't go. McNair, the big man, drops it in.
And you give a team 3 opportunities to score, Barry, they're going to score. And that time, what does they call it? And one? Oh, called it on the ground before the shot. McNair going to the line to shoot 1-and-1. So Lopes actually got a break there and not giving up a 3-point play opportunity.
Midgard in for Laver.
There hasn't been to the line much this season, just 2 from 4. 2 for 4 free throws on the season. So, I mean, they got burned last time not boxing out in front of the 1-on-1. It better box out this time, but Darren knocks it down cleanly. Looked like an 80% shooter on that one.
Lopes led by 7 at the half. Aggies chipping away.
Chipping away, they're sticking around here. They're not shooting it all that great. Didn't shoot it all that great the first half, but his offensive rebounds, he's got a 10-to-1 offensive rebound advantage. You're going to stay in a lot of basketball games. Just a 4-point lead now for the Lopes.
Dixon drives. Off the glass, doesn't go. Midgard tried to get the rebound, pulled down by the Aggies. Jamari Rice.
Too soft at the rim. Dixon's got to go in there and try to dunk that basketball. There's some contact, but if you go in more aggressive, they're going to give you the whistle. Another offensive rebound.
Another one. And a foul. Lopes played flat-footed.
Flat-footed, not playing big, not getting aggressive, putting the body on people, moving them out away from the basket. That's 9 personal fouls, or 19 fouls rather. And that's just way too many in this basketball game here. We've still got 12 minutes and 8 seconds to play. They're going to shoot 2 free throws now. They'll be in the double bonus the rest of this basketball game.
Laver's going to have to check in because Midgard's got 4 personal fouls. Laver's going to come on the court with 3.
Back in the ballgame for the Lopes, number 4, Oscar Freer, 10. Ravon Blackshear Jr., 25. All of a sudden for Laver.
Well, one of the keys to the game is playing big. And I don't know, Laver's got some buckets tonight, but has he played as big as he could? Has Midgard played as big as he could? not the way they have in the previous 4 WAC games. They got to do a better job getting big around that basket.
Check that mid-guard on the court. He's got 3.
Screen that time by Labor in the backcourt there. Really played some wood on Blackshear's defender.
McLaughlin has 4 personal fouls.
There's mid-guard trying to play big around the basketball. He was not going to be denied. Look at this one more time here. You want to pressure.
We'll take a look at that after we step aside. The Lopes lead is down to 2. A Great Western Athletic Conference matchup here in the second half of the Lopes up by 2. Gary Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth here at GCU Arena. This series history is, well, the scale is way over in New Mexico State's favor. 15-2, 14-2 in WAC play. Won the last 8. 2 wins have come here at GCU Arena, 2016 and 2017. February 11th. 2017 and 83-71 victory.
Yeah, you see when it's a rivalry game and your point guard is out there getting pressure for 90 feet, you bring your big guy, your 7-footer back and let him set that mean pick there at about half court. You run at full speed and just run your defender right off your big guy. And next time you bring the ball up the court, he'll be backed up with his head on a swivel looking for that big guy. I mean, Barry, we played, what is that, almost 28 minutes of action? Over 28 minutes of action. This is the first trip to the free throw line here for the Lopes. The mid-guard, I mean, look at this. He's been shooting at 82% in the WAC from the line, so I expect him to make both of these.
Both teams shooting a little bit chilly from the floor. The Lopes 0 for their last 6. Now the Aggies 0 for their last 9. And as you commended.
Yeah, a big guy got to get himself going. And there's no better way when you've been struggling offensively, especially when you've been on a tear, you average 17 points a game in the WAC. You're slow out of the gate in this one. No better way to get yourself going and get to the free throw line.
Quickly in the corner. Frayer foul, a 3-point attempt.
Well, 0 for the last 9. Ain't hit nothing since early in the basketball game. Just go get a hand on the guy's face. You don't got to block the shot. No need to foul a 3-point shooter. I mean, they hadn't really scored any points except for from the free throw line.
That puts the Lopes over the double team foul limit.
They're going to review to see if it's a 2 or a 3.
Take a look at it one more time. Just a swing to the corner. I know you want to recover. He's well behind the arc. But I tell you what, did you see a lot of contact on this one, Barry?
Well, they're smart because
watch him kick his right leg out as Frayer goes by, and he gets just that little kick out there, and that's what they call the contact for it. Coach Bryce Drew is looking like he's got a toothache over there. He's in so much pain watching that ill-advised foul there.
Well, we got to keep an eye on this. Labor 3 fouls, Midgard 3, Frayer 3, McLaughlin 4.
Clayton Henry to shoot 3.
Well, we were bragging that they do have some depth on that GCU bench. So if you got to go down to Zador and some of these other guys that playing some of those games that they had, the fill-in games with Benedictine and Bethesda, where those guys got minutes, they got confidence.
Yep.
They should be able to go out there and produce.
One more for Clayton Henry.
They did give him 3, huh?
Jaden Stone dinged up his knee in practice this week. He's at the end of the bench.
Yeah, he didn't look good. He was on crutches and a nasty-looking brace he had on his left leg, I believe it was.
Out by the Aggies in the face of Labor.
Take a look at this foul trouble there. McLaughlin 4, Labor and McGard and Frayer all with 3.
2-point lead. with GCU.
Remember that momentum that Lopes had, the energy in this building? It is gone. Lopes got to get it back.
Oh, up high for Midgard. He puts it in off the window.
Oh, high handoff right there. Nice play designed coming out of that little break. With officials were looking at the monitor. Coach Bryce drew up a nice play.
Gilliard looking for some room. Kicked out, driving baseline. Back out, Henry for three. Off the mark, rebound. Midgard tried to get a hand on it. Tillman pushed out, Gilliard into his hands. Oh, and down on the floor is Asborn Midgard.
Oh, he had his left hand on his left knee there. Maybe he banged it on the floor. I think that's what he did. I think he banged it on the floor. It's not twisted or torn anything. He just hit it hard on the floor, thank goodness. And he's shaking his head like he's all right. He goes down, trying to go back for that ball, then dives for it here. Yeah, it looked like that left knee just kind of went into the ground. Oh, did someone land on him?
Oh, that might. I don't know. He looked like when he pivoted. I don't know if he twisted it a little bit.
Interesting that it doesn't have to come out of the game. They're just slapping fives with guys. Just must have rubbed some dirt on it and keep playing.
Aggies in the second half, 1 of 12 from the field, but 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Bring two of those mops out there.
Is the best dressed.
Yeah, they got a wet spot on the floor where Midgard was laying on the floor. That's 300 pounds of. I don't give him 300 pounds. That's my weight. That's 270 pounds there of body mass down there on the floor. You're gonna get 3 or 4 guys out there with mops to clean that up.
Gilliard playing catch. Henry. Oh, Blackshear almost got a hand on it. Tillman back over and drains it.
Another second chance opportunity. They come up with a big 3. Now the Lopes lead has been cut to just a 1-point advantage. And they are not looking too sharp offensively, although they did get the high handoff on the last trip down. Maybe that'd be enough to spark them.
Oh, lucky fortuitous. Kareem. Lopes ball knocked out. Boy, the Aggies are active defensively. Jabari Rice after the big bucket. Comes back, got a hand on that one. Millen in for Dixon.
They're making this run, too, with McCants on the pine. He's been over there for a while, and I looked at about Coach Jans. He's like, I got a good group out here that are going well, and I'm not going to disrupt it.
Ooh, careful all the way to McMillan. Step back 3. Not there. Nair pulled down the rebound, up for Jabari Rice. Quickly, near side, Gilliard. To Henry. Back to Gilliard. There's one catch. Nair. Quick back out, 8 on the shot clock. Gilliard. 7, 6. Bounce pass in the corner. They're going to have to do something in the corner all alone. Jabari Rice. McNair comes up with the rebound. Midgard's there. He's got to be more active underneath the glass.
Yeah, little McMillan trying to block him out. I'm going to call another foul. He had a nice double team there, and the officials bail him out with another foul there. Trip to the line for 2 shots.
14-1 margin offensive rebounds.
But then from the flip side, Coach Drew also told me that, by quarantining together as a team and coming together as a team and kind of battling this adversity that the whole nation is facing, the whole world with the pandemic, has also brought his team closer. And perhaps that's why the early chemistry, their strong 4-0 start in WAC play has shown up, because this team has had to face a lot on the outside, and it's proving that helping them be strong on the court as well.
Good point, Kate. That's an excellent point, because this team really has shown some real early signs of togetherness and the camaraderie, the spirit. They play for one another, and now in a tough one here, they've just lost their lead. It'd be interesting to see if they can, stick together and get that momentum back that they enjoyed the last 5 minutes of the first half.
McMillan over to McLaughlin. Back to McMillan. The Aggies all over him. Oops. Had out-rebounded every opponent up to this point tonight. The Aggies almost have as many offensive rebounds as the Lopes have total rebounds. Turnaround, McLaughlin. In and out. McCants locked out Midgard. Caught up her feet. McCants coming up off the floor. Under 9 to go. Aggies up by 1. Gilliard. Back to McCants. Driving in the paint, kicks out. Tillman, short. Rebound. Midgard gets in front of McCants and
you go back to this one more time. McLaughlin gets a nice spin move right down there in the painted area. And it just, we've seen a number of balls on that basket go halfway down and they spit back out. And it's just been a tough sledding offensively for this Lopes basketball squad. Well, finally the Lopes now here with 8:35 to go. The next foul on the Aggies will send the Lopes to the line. So the Aggies got to enjoy that for about 7 minutes longer, maybe in counting, than the Lopes did. They just been a little bit more aggressive at getting on the offensive glass and taking the ball to the basket. And those whistles just came too early and too often against the Lopes.
Two bigs on the floor for the Aggies, McNair and McCants. McLaughlin, a little bit of room in the paint, eye off the glass.
Yeah, remember he settled for that little turnaround jump shot. It squirt back out this time. He said, no way. I'm going to the rack. Gives the Lopes the advantage.
Roberts, floater, drops.
Oh, I hope that's not on Midgard.
McMillan. Timeout on the floor. Aggies up by 1. 49-48 after the Lopes led by 7 at the half. Well, in the opening half, Mikey Dixon came on strong. He's looking to perhaps add a spark here in the second because the momentum has definitely swayed back towards New Mexico State.
Yeah, it's been kind of a funny basketball game. It's been a tale of runs, and Aggies had it early, then the Lopes got it towards the end of that second half. Now the Aggies have come back out here and stolen that momentum back here, and can the Lopes find somebody like a Mikey Dixon to get them going? And it's been inconsistent. I think Dixon has been the one that has probably been the most aggressive. He's got 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting, but just 2 points here in the second half. I think we get a nice bump off the bench by McLaughlin, and he's got a bucket inside, being aggressive, gotten some boards. But Mikey Dixon did most of his damage in the first half, and you got to figure out who's going to be the guy in the second half now to kind of get him going here, to get him to that finish line on first and on top. But look at those numbers there. He got 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting. Got the one assist.
Both teams in their respective huddles. For every 3-point shot that GCU makes, Copper State Credit Union will make a donation to the Students Inspiring Student Scholarship. For more information, please go to giving.gcu.edu. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kay Longworth. So glad you could join us for game 1 of 2 under this new conference setup, under the COVID protocols. We'll be right back with you. Tip tomorrow at 7. Kay will have the pregame show at 6:30. Lopes trying to stay on pace with Utah Valley. They're 4-0. There it is, 31 straight WAC regular season victories, the longest in WAC history. And the champs are not going to go down without a fight.
No, and it kind of looked like the Lopes was going to be the Lopes night. At half, we were all giddy and kind of doing some dances here to the music. The DJ had this place rocking at halftime, and the Lopes
showed up.
The Aggies came out and said, no, we don't go out like that. And with a steady trip, they haven't done it from the field. It's been a steady trip to the free throw line, and they're knocking down their free throw lines, and now they're up by 2 points. Their largest lead here since early in the basketball game.
Blackshear eyed by Gilliard, moves right, far side. Frayer on the floor with 4 personal fouls. Dixon, does he light it up? Not there. McLaughlin tried to get a hand on it. Man, he got crawled up on. Drops into the bucket for Blackshear.
Well, Blackshear just kind of hanging back around the basket as Dixon went to the hole. The ball squirted off of somebody's ankle right over to him, and he made a beautiful spin and a pump fake. He's got 4 points now and 7 assists.
Tied at 50. McNair. Clayton Henry, bounce pass. McCants. Laver in his face. Looking for Gilliard beyond the arc. Sets the. Didn't work. Oh, off the mark. Left it there, though, for C.J. Roberts. Puts up the 3. Not there.
Can't. So tough on that glass. They had to hold him, and he's going to go to the line. I think he lost a shoe. De-shoot on that play. One more time here by Blackshear. Just that little spin move. Knocked it down. And
Interim Vice President of Athletics, Jamie Boggs, on her feet. Pre-game guest this evening.
She was a good interview, wasn't she?
Fantastic. So exciting news just a short while ago with the expansion of the WAC, the news. The 5 teams joining the Western Athletic Conference. 4 of them in the Lone Star State of Texas. Southern Utah University.
You know, I was confused on that last play.
Yeah,
I thought it was
got
McCants that got fouled, but he was the one who committed the foul and sending Blackshear Jr. back to the free throw line to shoot some free throws. I haven't seen the Lopes at the free throw line too often tonight. In fact, was it Midgard? Is he the only other player that shot some free throws tonight?
Again, they go back to the scorers table. Bryce Drew. I think
they're trying to make sure they got the right player at the line.
I think so.
Okay. I don't like to get on the officials, Barry. You know me.
I like them when you don't even really think about the officials in a game.
That's the deal. I don't like too many trips to the monitors. I don't like too many whistles. Just keep it free flowing out there.
I'd like to see the best of the Aggies against the best of the Lopes.
I know that's what the viewers at home want.
Yeah. Nothing but net.
Cools the other side of the pillow. This kid, WAC Rookie of the Year last year. He's always been confident out there on the floor. He's not afraid of the big moment.
6 for Blackshear.
Well, Lopes had found themselves down 2, and they come back with Blackshear goes with 4 points and puts it back up 2. But boy, before I can even get out of my mouth, look at that blazing fast drive to the bucket. And spun it up on the reverse.
I hate to say it, but Jabari Rice been chewing up Mikey Dixon on those drives.
He's too good.
Yeah, he is. Laser fast. Blackshear to Laver. Look for Frayer. Now he's got to give it back to Blackshear. Trying to peel away. Dixon wide open. Look for 3. Bam, baby!
Well, Blackshear, he kind of came up hobbling on that one like he got hit in the hip, but he stuck with the play and got it over to Mikey Dixon. We talked about how good he's been in his game tonight. He got 14 points now and 6 of 10 shooting.
Five on McLaughlin.
One more time here, Blackshear Jr. I don't know how they left Mikey Dixon. He's been one of the hottest players on the floor all night long. That's just a little rust in the Aggies defense there. You know, they rust. They're the #1 defending team in the country, and somehow they lost Dixon on that one. Then they get a little too, I don't know if McLaughlin gets a little too aggressive down there on that block. That was his 4th personal foul. He's going to have his 5th personal foul. Excuse me. He is fouled out now. But he was good when he was out there on that floor. They were a +14 tonight when McLaughlin was out there on that floor. So he did his job, and hate to see him foul out with just under 6 minutes to play. But
doesn't drop for McCants. Midgard in for McLaughlin. Osborne, can he turn the tide here with under 6 to go. 2-point lead, GCU. Pressure by Gilliard on Fletcher. Near side. Back up top. Laver. Bounce pass. Frayer in the corner. Laver. Over for Dixon. Dixon drives. Steps back. Henry on. Laver. Quickly to Frayer. 5 on the shot clock. 4. Puts it up. Not there. Rebound into Laver's hands. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
Well, Laver goes in there. Players in the restricted area. I don't think Laver lowers his shoulder. He certainly initiates the contact, and that's going to be Laver's 4th.
Yep.
See the replay one more time there. I mean, this is one of those plays where it's like, hey, I'm coming to the basket. You're in the restricted area. You're not supposed to be able to take a charge underneath the basket. Sometimes they can say that play starts in the lower box, then that restricted area rule is negated, but you don't see that call very often. I see there's the same call the other way. Oh, they do call it. They do get it. All right. See, that's the right call. I just wish neither one of those were fouls. I wish the one on Laver wasn't a foul, and I wish the one on the Aggies right there wasn't a foul. These kids are too big, too strong, too fast, too talented. Just go out there and let them play. The problem is now I don't know if they can change how they've called it here the rest of this 5 minutes left to go. They have to continue. Yep. Can't change it now.
Tillman's got 4. Laver, Dixon. Dixon. Midguard, Frayer. Back to Dixon.
Dixon's got a little sauce on his game tonight.
Stop, pop. Not there. Midguard's underneath. McCants.
I think that's on McCants trying to battle the big fella underneath there. Midguard doing a nice job using his size around the basket. He's done so well all season long, and certainly in the WAC. Now they're in double. Well, this will be 1-1, but they'll be in the double bonus the rest of this half as well, as they've. Now the Aggies have 19 fouls.
McNair in the game with Tillman. 3 on McCants.
You see the big guy shoot 77% from the field and 82% from the line.
Incredible.
Yeah. When's the last time you can point to a guy that's done that? I can't ever, in my 35 years around college basketball, ever remember a guy shoot 77 and 82.
Four-point Lopes lead, 4:39 on the clock. Rolling it up the floor. Now the shot clock starts. Henry, bounce pass. McCants looking to move on Laver. Turning, twisting. Ooh, close, Gilliard. Long distance, in and out. Pulled down by Midguard.
Got to get a good look on this possession right here. Chance to go up by 2.5 possessions, as I like to call it. You got a 6-point advantage.
Big right hand, and it drops!
Oh my goodness, what a move by the big fella, showing off that fancy footwork. Goes to the other side of the rim and then throws the defender like he was going to pass the ball back out, then flip that hook up over the top.
Midguard with 14 consecutive field goals. Loose ball, Rice throws it up, but he's fouled by Dixon.
Mikey Dixon has got to get that rebound. Yep. I'm not sure what he's looking at. I didn't know that's a hard one because it doesn't hit the rim, but you got to have that rebound right there. Look at this one more time by Midguard. Puts it in spin move and gets over there and does the laundry. Yeah, a couple big threes tonight. Defensively, can the Lopes figure out how to get stops without fouling and start getting some rebounds? Start letting these Aggies get those second chance opportunities and earn these trips to the free throw line.
A reminder about foul trouble. Lopes have to be careful.
Jabari Rice, 80% shooter from the free throw line. Kind of calmly knocks that one down. Those are always tough when fans are going crazy. You're down by 6 points. Trying to get those free throws to go. Of course, you don't have as many fans behind the basket to distract you. It's just
Drains them both. Lead is 4 for GCU.
Yeah, the Aggies there with full court pressure.
Oh, putting the heat on again.
Gave it back to Labor. Labor said, I don't want it.
Yeah, you take it. Whoa! Little hesitation. Good move by Blackshirt.
It was crafty, right? Very savvy move by the sophomore. Get the guy coming up, you want to put that much pressure on me? Okay, I'm going to get in front of you and just stop. So you run right up over my back and go and shoot 2 free throws. Like just got in front just enough. And like, now I'm going to stop. You're not going to be able to stop as fast as I can. Come right up over the top of my back.
Somebody's tailgating, you know?
Do you pump the brakes on people? I hate when people do that to me.
I hate it too. Just get out of the lane, man. The left lane's for people that want to move. Don't get me started. Oops, 8 of 8 free throws tonight. Well, just haven't been there very often.
They haven't been there enough, right? All their free throws coming here in the second half, but at least they're making them. Holding on to that 6-point advantage. It's funny to see that. I mean, they were up 7 at the half. It seemed like they've been getting outplayed here in the second half. And it's still just a 1-point disadvantage in the half.
Right side by Frayer. Takes it back from McNair. Look out, stop. At the buzzer.
I don't think he got that off in time.
Wow.
He did not. Officials did not. He did not. You know, I've been going on and on harping about the Aggies defense. I forget, the Lopes are a darn good defensive ball club as well. Holding teams to about 37% shooting on the season. Top 5 in the nation.
Aggies just 4 of 20 field goals in the second half.
Yeah, they've done all their damage at the free throw line. There's a bucket.
Labor. Way to jinx it.
Yeah, he kind of hesitated.
He did.
He caught it and just didn't. He's like,
tonight.
Almost forgot he was 10 feet away from the basket. Just turn and shoot it, buddy. Another foul. The way they keep blowing this whistle here in the second half, it's going to be 10 o'clock before we get out of here, Barry.
Goodness.
We get paid by the hour or by the game?
By the game.
Ah, darn it.
Evan Gilliard to shoot 2.
But who doesn't love a game filled with free throws?
Well, it's adding to the drama down the stretch because you know in the final minute these referees are going to go, okay, now we're going to put our whistles in our pockets and let the players play. Yeah, I'm sure that they will. I think they're savvy enough to figure out that at some point in time they got to put those whistles away and let the players figure out the final game. But it might work to the Lopes' disadvantage, unfortunately.
That'd be a great rule. In the last minute, you just be all out.
Just send the referees up to the locker room. Final minute, right? Street ball.
Under 3 to go. Lead is 5. Blackshirt takes it from Dixon. Timeout.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Drew was out there screaming. He was standing out there about half court trying to get the players into a play, and it was so loud in here. I don't think anybody understood what exactly it was they were going to run. A smart timeout there by the coaching staff, get everybody on the same page.
Great energy despite the limited attendance due to COVID. All within the CDC guidelines. 61-56. Again, a reminder, Kay Longworth will be back with you right here, 6:30 tomorrow night. Game 2 of this matchup between the Lopes and the Aggies. We hope that you join us again tomorrow night.
It would be as good as it was tonight. I imagine we'll get everybody back tomorrow to come check us out again.
Some great matchups with those two gentlemen against the Aggies. Wayne Russell and Josh Braun. There you see it. 10 extra.
I'll be interested to see now what has Coach with 17 seconds, about 2.5 minutes to play. Where are the Lopes going to go for a bucket right here? They go back inside, or they stick with the hot hand of Mikey Dixon on the perimeter?
Blackshirt wanted Dixon to come out. He takes the handoff. Frayer back to Dixon. 3, got to put it up there. Frayer's got to throw up the 3. Oh, not there. Rebound. Oh, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me? It looked like I think they're calling Midgard here for a push underneath, and he can't believe it.
Foul ball on Lopes number 33. Ashburn Midgard, fourth personal.
Tough one. They ISO'd Mikey Dixon on that right side, but he wasn't able to get to the basket, and they showed his length, and they got it over to Frere, who's got a couple threes. Let's look at this one go up one more time. And
oh my!
I mean, I don't know what Midgard's supposed to do on that one. Both of his hands started at the shoulder, and he jumped up and kept the ball high.
I think McCants looked a little surprised, to be honest with you. (22 of 30) now increase that number. The Lopes are 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
30 to 8. Wow.
3-point GCU lead, approaching 2 minutes to go. Frere, Dixon. Who's going to step up for their respective teams? Laver looking to move, right hand off the glass.
Well, he didn't settle for that little turnaround jump shot. He got to that strong right hand dribble drive there, and like you said, use that glass to soften that ball just enough to make it go down in the bucket.
14 points tonight for Laver, now third all time, and GCU scoring long distance off the mark. Sea of white underneath, peeled back, the reverse doesn't go.
Wow, dodged a bullet on that one. Another offensive rebound for those long athletic Aggies. Just couldn't get that reverse rebound to go back in. We got 1:15 to play here.
Blackshear stops, Dixon. Up over the top, Midgard. Back to Dixon.
Bucket here is huge.
Midgard on it! No doubt about it!
Midgard, the power move underneath, slammed it home with two hands.
Minute to go. 31 game winning streak in conference play for the Aggies.
Look at this one more time. The last two Lopes buckets. They go right inside. When you need buckets, go to your big, best players on the team. Laver with the strong right hand hook, and then great feed down low. Midgard takes his time with it, gets on balance, and powers it through the bucket. I like that. Talked about the bigs having to show up and play, and they haven't been solid all night long, but boy, was that two big buckets in a row provided by the 7-footers underneath.
C.J. Roberts checks in for Clayton Henry. 55.5 seconds remaining.
Take care of the basketball.
Press is on. Blackshear trying to run through it quickly. Dixon up high. Oscar Frere!
Oh, that's Sports Center worthy right there. Big bucket. You break the press and you go down and you get Frere with the dunk.
Long distance off the mark.
Yeah, the Aggies have to foul now to stop the clock. Great job that time. I'll tell you what, they looked like they had the Lopes in a bad way in the backcourt. Double team right there. Ball almost got out of control there, and Midgard keeps his head up. He gets it to Dixon, and Dixon says, I see my man running that left side of that wing, and he is going to power it home, a little post-birthday celebration dunk. Man, perfect pass. Just right up over the top of McCants, who just ducks out of the way like I got no chance of stopping number 4 coming down that left side.
The wheels were definitely up. 8-point lead. Could the 31-game winning streak in conference play be coming to an end? Timeout, Chris Jans and the New Mexico State Aggies.
Well, great job. They fell behind by 2 points, and they didn't splinter. They kept battling. It wasn't pretty at times. They certainly got smashed on the glass, but they kept battling and found a way to get some buckets inside, a couple trips to the free throw line, and all of a sudden the momentum swung back to the Lopes late in this basketball game, and they've been able to hold on.
.9 seconds on the clock.
Well, you know the Aggies got to start thinking about three-point shots.
Yep.
So you don't want to give up an open look from three. A contested look from three is fine. What you don't want to do is foul a three-point shooter. We saw that already earlier in this basketball game. But you also don't want to give up an easy bunny underneath either. Look at this one more time, this Duncan. Pay attention to the bench over there. Even Jaden Stone on crutches in a leg brace. He looked like he was doing the Forrest Gump over there and jumping around with Gabe McLaughlin, who fouled out earlier in this game. He was having some fun too.
Gilliard puts it on the floor. He's staying beyond the arc though. Tapped back in by McCants.
Oh, second chance bucket right there. My goodness, McCants is tough around that basket. Oh wait, they gave him three-point shot. Are they saying that was not tapped in? What? They gave three on the scoreboard there. Officials are getting together. Maybe they're going to let the scorekeepers know it was tapped in by McCants. It was 60 to 68, am I correct? Yeah. So they gave him credit for a three-point shot there.
Foul trouble, you mentioned. You don't want to foul, obviously. Foul trouble, Frayer 4, Laver's got 4, Midgard has 4, McLaughlin is fouled out. Rice has 4, Tillman has 4 for the Aggies.
Yeah, but with 22 seconds to go, Barry, I don't know if you can really worry about that.
If they're going to put their whistles away, you said it. So why worry about it?
Right, yeah. But you just got to play. And if you have to prevent somebody from getting an easy opportunity, you go ahead, you take the foul, you make them earn it from the free throw line. You don't want to have to foul. You shouldn't be in a position on defense where you need to foul. But if it comes down to it and the chance of an offensive rebound or something, go ahead and wrap them up. Send a big guy to the free throw line. Drawing up looks like the Aggies, obviously, they're going to have to full court press. And yes, the officials now have changed the scoreboard to reflect that it was tipped in by McCants and it was 2 points and not a three-pointer by Gilliard.
You think a new crew comes in for tomorrow night's game?
I haven't really paid much. This is our first time doing a home game back-to-back, so I haven't really paid much attention to how they are efficient. First, it traveled right there. Then the ball goes up. Let's see if it was tipped or if it bounced in. It was really hard to see. Can we see that one more? Nah, I guess we'll get ready to play here. Let's go back to the live action. It was close.
It was close. They reviewed it, though.
They must have slowed it down and taken a better look at it than we could see there. It's hard to see if he tipped it in or not. Wait a minute. They're going back to make sure again.
We get a reminder at the conclusion of tonight's game, please.
Well, I couldn't tell. It's too big a play not to make sure you get it right. So they're going to take a third look at it, I guess. What, can we get another look at it too?
This is exciting.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. Coach Drew, how wet do you think that shirt is there? He's gone to the T-shirt and the dress, the dress shirt. So Coach Jans wants 3 points. He does.
You see the official was showing Coach Jans had the open palm that
he tipped it in. You can see here's a different angle here. Let's see here.
Might be
both up. He gets his hand caught in the net. I think he got his hand caught in the net. I don't think he ever got to the ball. I'd call it a 3. call this a GCU broadcast? Yeah, I just call him like I see him, Barry. One more time. You tell me if those fingertips touch
angle, right?
He tries to go for it, but he just missed it. He whiffed on
That's
it.
tough. I might have to agree.
He tries to get it right there. His hand got cut, and I don't think he gets back to the ball. Take care of the ball here. No turnovers.
Over the mid guard. Blackshear. Oh, that was close. C.J. Roberts. Kant's got a foul. Blackshear with 15.3. That's 4 for McCants.
Yeah, and they let 7 seconds come off of that game
lot,
clock.
right?
That's a lot of time that came off that game clock trying to get that steal. And you're down by 6 points. You'll need those 7 seconds back.
They didn't want to foul mid-guard?
They didn't want to foul the 82% 7-foot free throw shooter, which is probably smart. But Blackshear is, I don't know what his free throw percentage is, but he is money in the clutch. He's knocked down 4 straight. I'll make it 5 straight. You're looking for 6 straight right here, which is kind of weird. He doesn't dribble the ball. He just gets it from the official and shoots it. Now he's got 11 points and 8 assists. Won't get that career high in assists tonight.
Here we go, folks. A 31-game winning streak in conference play for New Mexico State is on the line. 4-3 long distance. Not there. Not there for the Lopes underneath. And this game is over. Lopes win. Lopes win.
They came from behind to get this victory. That was a tough victory and a good win. Maybe there's a new sheriff in town.
You know, they're not going to go away quietly. They'll be right back, ready to go tomorrow night.